Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Comedy Potluck. I am your host from this evening, Joanna Lazuli. And I am really excited to be your guide tonight through the wonderful, weird world of experimental comedy. So for those of you who it's your first time joining one of our shows, welcome. It is our first time on YouTube. So I thought that maybe I would do maybe a little bit of content to get us some more views by using some popular stuff that's on YouTube right now. So I thought I'd do a little bit of some ASMR to warm up the show and just get it really ready for YouTube. So you guys in the chat right now, I'm gonna hit you with some ASMR right now, and you just tell me on a scale from 1 to 20 where your tingles are at. They say ASMR gives you those brain tingles. I'm just gonna do a little ASMR. All right, so the first one is, where's my camera? Pasta. I got some good old Kraft mac and cheese. All right, can you hear that? Can you hear it? Am I getting those? I got my Bluetooth. You hear that? That nice wet sound. What's your tingle level right now? Everybody? Mine are at I love this is my favorite sound in the world. I'm probably at a solid 7. Can you get I'm really getting in there. 28. Oh wow. 27. I'm all right. Well, now that we're all warmed up with some tingles, I'm gonna try a strong 26. Kelsey says, nice. Yeah, I'm I guess I said the scale 1 to 20, so I guess it'd be more a 17. It's pretty high up there for me. But that's I'm gonna try some other things throughout the show, just in the hopes of getting us some more YouTube views. And I hope you enjoy it. For those of you, again, who may be joining us for the first time, Comedy Potluck is not just about ASMR chills. It is a comedy show that is unlike any other comedy show in the city. There's no improv. There is no traditional stand-up. It is all weird, experimental stuff, a lot of sketch, a lot of multimedia creations, some really cool videos, and we just can't wait. We just can't wait to share it all with you tonight. We are usually hosted at the Wonderland Ballroom, but as the public health emergency continues, we are continuing to stream it. And so without further ado, we'll get started with our first act, and your first act is yours truly. Please enjoy this little video that I put together. It's called Art at My Grandma's Place. Thank you.
Oh, great Catalan, please let me. I am very broke, and I am somewhat of an aspiring fruit merchant.
Hey, so this video is not by me, as you could probably tell. That is the lovely Michelle Goldchain. This video is a part of her art splain. Oh, this is my video. We're good. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time and attention. And again, if you are interested in bidding on any of my grandmother's just, priceless art, there is a price for it, as you saw. So, just hit me up. We'll work something out. All right. So now, with any further ado, we're gonna turn it over to our next video, which you saw a little tease of earlier. Please put your virtual hands together for Michelle Goldchain.
Like you, we have a lot in common. Please teach me your ways.
It's a living.
It has been 71 years. I no longer wish to have fun in the sun. I have been deceived by the once great Catalan.
Fun in the sun.
Ask and you shall receive, good friend.
I don't understand.
I've blessed you with what you need. Go off in the world. Create your masterpiece.
No, I don't understand. Sir, please refrain from ascending. Fun in the sun is no fun if you have no sun. But what's that fun without a ton of agony that cannot be undone? I had just begun to outrun this fun, but realized all those years, 71, I should not shun, because without them, I would have less benons. Thank you, Catalan.
Michelle Goldchain, everybody. I have a little blurb to say about this piece. It is part of a series that you can find here on this great website, YouTube. So this is, like I said, Art Explained. So it is a absurd, part art explainer, part bizarre comedy YouTube series created by Michelle Goldchain and Ryan Alec Hill. So this video is a compilation of 3 interconnected shorts that was part of an episode about, oh my gosh, I know my artist, Maurizio's Catalan's famous duct-taped banana artwork known as Comedian. So yeah, please check them out on YouTube, Art Explained. Thank you guys so much for submitting. All right, so I have some more ASMR for you guys. Who doesn't love some bubble wrap, right? All right, tell me your tingle levels. I'd say for me, I'm like at an 18, 19. What about you guys? Oh, it feels really good. I guess I should be whispering and say ASMR. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Our next 17.74. Nice. All right, so we went a little bit out of order than what we originally projected, and that's okay. That's what experimental comedy is all about. It's about experimenting even with the lineup. Next up, we have a great performer and a great friend of mine. Please give it up for Pete Musto.
Are you lonely? Frightened? And most importantly, angry. So angry that you're constantly breaking your hand, unsuccessfully trying to punch a hole in the drywall? If so, then you're like me. Me, I'm Pete Musto, seeker, learner, and now for you, teacher. You see, this world's dang crazy. It's liable to drive you crazy too if you let it. Myself, I was full of a deep, burning rage. Oh, I was angry, all right. Angry at my friends, angry at my family, angry at my coworkers. But after about 19 court-appointed anger management sessions, I started to realize you can't go through life just being mad all the time. I mean, legally, they won't let you go around being that mad all the time. So I turned to gardening as a way to clear my mind, let out all that negative energy, turn it into something that grows. It's beautiful. I don't know what that is, but it's something that's coming out of the ground. And I made it do that, I think. And you can too.
Loads of research points to the connection between a healthy amount of physical activity and positive mental health outcomes, along with eating right, getting plenty of sleep, and staring up into the sky and screaming until you lose consciousness. And right after my wife ran off with my boss, who had just changed my job title to lead chode smoker, I was rear-ended by an IRS agent on his way to audit me when I stepped on a dog turd and really thought I was gonna have a complete breakdown. Luckily, after wandering the streets muttering to myself for 3 rain-soaked weeks, I came across a community garden. One of the organizers gave me a flyer that talked about how working up a sweat out in the fresh air and sunshine worked wonders for stress, insomnia, anxiety, depression, and a whole host of other issues. But what captivated me most was the calmness of the people, focusing on nothing but their little patches of green. It hit me like a kick to the nuts that this could help me and all the other hyper-furious individuals out there more than therapy, drugs, or random acts of violence ever could.
One old wives' tale that's actually true about gardening is that it's very important to talk to your plants, to really let them know what you're thinking and feeling at any given moment. How much you hate them and their peaceful existence. Oh, your green leaves and your deep soil. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to rip you apart. I'm going to turn you into tomato paste, you piece of I hate your guts. You fuck. Their ability to be silent and just do nothing all day and just grow faster.
Getting started in gardening isn't as easy as it looks. Sure, you'll need a shovel to move dirt and plant seedlings, but also to bury your problems in menial, self-imposed labor. You'll need a hose or watering can to water your plants, plus a mouth guard to prevent you from grinding your teeth into dust as you toil for hours in the hot sun, until blacking out from heat exhaustion. Most important of all, you need a place to grow things. Good thing for you, though, that even though your pathetically unfulfilling life is a giant waste of everyone's time, there's probably a wretched patch of scrub grass stained yellow by dog piss somewhere near the dump you live in.
A water feature is an excellent addition to any garden. It's something you can just spend your time staring at. Just kind of looking out into the void, letting it roll over you. The empty nothingness. Sound of the complete, total absence of human life.
As my old man always says, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And even though he and I are still not on speaking terms, I do abide by some of his advice. So if you want your garden to be a success, here are a few tips. First, Much like compost is a good way to repurpose kitchen and yard waste, taking all those petty grievances you've been holding on to, like that birthday no one came to, and tilling them into the soil of every row of seeds you plant, will fuel their growth with your anger. Next, keep pests at bay by planting marigolds around your vegetable plots, and imagine what they might look like on the grave of your middle school bully.
See, you've got to just let the beauty of the natural world wash away all of those dark, dark thoughts. But not fully away. Keep a few of them, maybe one or two, tucked deep down inside, just for you.
And if you ever start to feel like it's all gotten to be too much, and not even gardening can help you, like you might rip the face off of the next person to tell you another fucking piece of bad news about the world right now, there's always light arson. After all, if you grew it, you can damn well burn it all down.
Huh. That's very, very true words, more or less. All right, give it up for Pete Musto, everybody. Pete is a very hilarious person. He is part of the sketch comedy group, which I am also a part of, called Midnight Gardeners. You can check us out on all the social media, all over the internet. And that was a really awesome solo sketch by him. Thanks so much, Pete. All right, a little more ASMR for you. So I have this coaster. It's like lime shaped, and it's like kind of like sticky. There's like kind of makes a nice slapping noise. You hear how it's like sticking to my skin, kind of like tingle wise. Where are you guys at? I'm sorry, tingle wise. Where are you guys at? It's kind of like a 13 for me. 99. Whoa. Off the charts. All right, well, I'll let you guys ruminate with that one. Like a 40. Wow. All right. It seems like I'm getting a sense of what you guys are into now. That's good. I'll store that away. For later. All right. So our next performer, another, you know what? I'll say he's an okay friend of mine. He's a great friend of mine. Please put your hands together or your coasters together for Mike Bach. Bring him up. Hi, Mike.
I didn't think it was ASMR. Hi. I'm sorry I couldn't be here in person. I'm doing a Choose Your Own Adventure PowerPoint. So I'll ask the questions during the show, and then we'll use the chat feature that YouTube.com has so lovingly provided us. And you'll answer the questions, and then I'll choose the answers based on your responses. So without further ado, I will figure out how to play this thing. Okay, we all good? No one can, okay. Okay, this is an interactive game. If you'd like to participate, use the chat feature and the host will make the choices based on your collective decisions. Is everyone ready? Yes, I'm ready. Okay, let's do it.
We can't see it, Mike.
Okay, you jolt awake just in time to hear the conductor's announcement. Thank you for riding the Metro. This is the last stop of the line. Please exit the cars. Shit, you overslept. You don't know what time it is, but the hour is late. You try to lower yourself beneath the seats, hoping the conductor won't notice your presence. But a few moments later, she repeats her announcement and does that thing where she flashes the lights on and off so you know you're supposed to leave. What do?
Mike, share your screen.
I am sharing my screen.
You did? Share it?
Yeah.
Share it and unshare it. I want to see it. No, it's still nothing.
Oh, really not? Okay,
no,
we can see it.
Not there.
Okay.
Hang
on. Comedy Potluck says we can see it.
We can't.
Yeah. So Oh shit, we can't see it.
Yeah, we can't see it, man.
Okay. How do I undo this? Oh, share your entire screen.
Yeah, oh yeah, you have to pick an option. Yeah. And if it has
Okay.
sound, use
Oh.
there you go. Yay!
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. From the top. You jolted away just in time. Thank you for riding the metro. Last stop line. Please leave the cars. You overslept on the metro. They're kicking you out. You have to leave. What do you do? And I'm turning towards the chat to get the announcement try to hide. Okay, you try to hide. The metro operator doesn't notice that you've hid under the seats. Unfortunately, the train pulls into a dark rail alley and several other trains line up behind it. I guess you got to force the doors open and head back towards the platform. As your eyes adjust to the light, you observe that in some uncanny way, the dimensions of the station seem almost skewed. Like the colors are a little too muted. Somehow the whole place feels off. Only when you leave the station do you become aware of your mistake. A wave of terror crashes into you as you realize you're no longer in DC. You've traveled to a bizarre and mysterious place. You nervously check your phone and see a black screen sign in the shadow of a tall, crooked tree. There are 4 places you can travel. Which Arlington destination should you head towards? The Glass District, go east. Go to Hummel's Birch, go west. Go to the Prefecture of Roslyn North, go south. And Prefecture of Roslyn South, go north. I'm seeing Roslyn in the chat here, so I'm going to choose Prefecture of Roslyn North, south. Bad move. You hadn't noticed the buzzard perched on the side. It flies away in the opposite direction. As you walk south towards the Prefecture of Roslyn, you come across a charging station. Thank God you can charge your phone. Or you could if you had whatever type of phone people in Arlington use. The wires connected to the charge station have names like Import, Box Terminal, and G3 input for your phone. What do you do? Try to force it or maybe move on to something else? Try to force it, and your phone's broken. Having trouble? Asks an extremely tall man in a bowler hat waiting behind you. You didn't even notice him there. What do you say to the tall man? He's like 7 feet tall. He's really tall. Point you in the direction of DC. Oh, can I borrow your phone? Perchance you would make the most of your time in our pleasant land. Indeed, Arlington has many observable locations. You could go to the Great Trapezoid of Boston, or wet your hands on the Shirlington Icicle, or stand in line outside Spider Kelly's. Also, Arlington has many prominent restaurants where one can partake in a delicious glass of seltzer water or a traditional Arling snack of ranch dressing and Tums. So I'm going to say you ask him to please borrow your phone so you can call an Uber. A what? An Uber. A what? It's like a ride share service. We only use Via in Arlington. Oh, you say. While the two of you converse, a woman wearing a garbage bag and clown makeup approaches and begins conversing with the tall man in local Arlington dialect. Clarendon, Shirlington, Boston, Roslyn, Pentagon Mall, Pentagon City, Pentagon Mall. Ah, Barcroft? Barcroft, the woman asks. They both turn to you. What do you say? What do you say to these Arlingtonians? What do you say while I wait for the chat lag to kick in? Barcroft. The woman nods solemnly at you. Then she jumps headfirst into an open manhole. "Thank you for being so nice to my wife," the tall man says, wiping tears from his eyes. "Maybe you're better off looking for a bus stop," you think to yourself. "Before you go," the tall man says, "take this token. You will need it when the time comes." He hands you a small stack of Jell-O cubes. Then he tips his hat, smiles, and leaps hundreds of feet into the air. There's another sign nearby. Now where do you go? Got some more Arlington destinations here. For those of you who have been to Arlington, you know what these are. Looking at the chat right now. Belasco Zone, south. You check your watch. Somehow 3 hours have passed by. You see the Washington Monument off in the distance, but no matter which direction you go, it keeps getting smaller. You try to keep calm by reminding yourself, I'm really not that far from DC right now. But deep down, you know this is a lie. As you walk, you pass by a number of Arlington restaurants and bars. You see strange and unfamiliar signs like "I support the Arlington Tennis Squadron" and "Honk if you like slime." You've been walking for so long, your feet start to hurt. You walk into the first place you see so you can rest. It's Spider Kelly's. Most of the patrons inside this bar are dressed in typical Arlingtonian manner, wearing either a silver jumpsuit or a blue checker gingham button-down. You approach the bar and look at the menu. "What'll it be?" the bartender asks your order. "Warm seltzer, egg yellows, or land shark lager?" Traditional Arlingtonian drinks. Oh man, I'm getting thirsty just thinking about these. Land shark. Ugh, gross. "Are you from DC? I used to live there," says someone standing next to you. Weirdly enough, this person seems totally normal. "Yeah, Arlington's really not that far from DC. I go back maybe like once a month. Hey, cheers to DC, though." You clink your glasses, you take a sip of your drink. Your new friend raises the glass to their mouth, and a long proboscis extends from the back of their throat and lowers into the drink, slurping out all the liquid in seconds. "Oh, sorry, just a thing I picked up in Arlington," they say. What do? Your new friend has a unique talent. You stick around, or do you run away? Well, I don't know what I would do. Ooh, someone says run away. You flee Spider Kelly's in terror. You're so scared you don't even notice the speeding Via headed your way. It hits you. You wake up in the Arlington hospital. The doctors have given you a lizard tongue instead of a normal one. Oops, they say. You go back to DC eventually, but you decide to keep the lizard tongue. It's a souvenir from your magical journey to the bizarre, mysterious land of Arlington. If you would like to not have a lizard tongue for the rest of your life, please turn back to page 853 and try again. What do we do? I don't know. I guess we should go back to page 853. You clink your glasses, you take a sip of your drink, your friend lowers his proboscis into the drink, slurping out liquid in seconds. Just a thing I picked up in Arlington. What do? I'm going to say we stick around. Although jarring at first, you finish your drink over a pleasant conversation with your new friend. A few more Arlington folks join your table. Turns out they all went to UVA together. All the guys are named Nick. As you're bonding with your new friends, all of whom are drinking salt water through their own proboscises, you think to yourself, maybe Arlington's not so bad after all. 6 months later, you move to Courthouse. You even grow your own proboscis. The end.
Wow, Mike, I have a little secret. I am streaming from the perfect feature. I'm streaming from Roslyn. So, I'm sorry that you feel that way about me. I just, it's interesting to see yourself from the outside, I had no idea.
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, that was great. Give it up for Mike Bach. Really, really something there. Really something. I would recommend, next time going to Roadside Grill, that's a nice local establishment. Maybe some barley mac. But other than that, Spider Kelly's, I think you could do better than that. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mike. Mike is an awesome independent comedian, but he is also a part of a sketch group known as Dear Friends. They're the Dojo House comedy team. All right. So without further ado, we have our next act. This is her second time submitting to our show. Please give it up for Dana Flitman.
As you probably noticed, there are way too many people not wearing masks. And while I totally agree that that attitude makes you part baby, part devil, but not like in a cute way, like whatever this is. But unfortunately, telling people they're being baby devils probably won't make them change their behavior. So I did a science. But what I realized is we need positive peer pressure that really speaks to these people. But I didn't want to talk to any of them. So instead, I thought about memes that I see distant relatives and old coworkers sharing and thought I would just get in the game and make some. So I figured I'd start classic with lolcats, right? And look, this kitty says wear masking. That's cute. But it may not express the level of urgency, which is why it takes a darker turn in this icon has living to 2021. It's still cute with that little peekaboo, but there is a sense of urgency. Now, if you all remember Grumpy Cat, it was extremely popular, especially with my ex-boyfriend's dad. So let's bring back that sourpuss with a message that's going to help all of our public health. If you've gotten through life this far without having to see a Minion meme, I'm envious of you. In searching for Minion memes, I actually found this inspiring petition about no longer considering them memes. It's just cool to see people getting involved in activism that's important, you know? Anyways, here's mine. I think it'll appeal to boomers because it's critical of millennials, religious for no reason, and alludes to a stronger hypothetical time where no one complained. But I don't want to exclude the wine mom demographic. So I think this really combines obvious wordplay with wine and just being a little naughty. So I think that's going to really resonate. Even though the Minions are sexless jelly beans, much like everything on the internet, they become sexist over time. I was probably too ambitious here, but I was looking at some norm change around the mask and around listening to women. So, can't hurt to try. That being said, you gotta meet people where they are. And there's a lot of guys who just think they're too cool to wear a mask. And that's why I think these will really make sense to them. Now, my assumption, of course, is that my target audience will not know how to spell. On the same theme here, I don't want to objectify women in order to promote public health, but you know what? We're going to give it a try. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. And as you might know, there are only two kinds of women, and that's sexy or nagging. So I wanted to make sure everyone was represented, and maybe see masks as a way to just have an excuse not to listen to your wife. I don't know. That's hilarious, right? Just please wear a mask. In conclusion, the World Wide Web makes us all into content creators rather than just consumers. Social media offers unprecedented possibilities for social change through transformational connection. And please tell people to wear a goddamn mask.
Dana Flightman, everybody. Thank you so much. That was really, actually that masked man, singles one, I feel like you could really pitch that, to Plenty of Fish or some shit like that. That's legitimately solid copy. Great work, Dana. Thank you so much. All right, I got a little more ASMR for you guys. I found this piece of tape and I'm gonna crinkle it. How you doing, Tingle Wise? How you doing? How you doing? Do you like this tape sound? Not that crinkly. I'm sorry, guys. This is more like a 5 for me. Yeah. It could be crinklier. I recognize that. I'm sort of improving right now. I'm going against the rules of the show. I'm improving. Sorry. Yeah. I'll get them next time, guys. All right. We're going to move on to some more comedy. Oh, one of the co-hosts of this show, Queer POTUS, has a new video for us. Bring it on up.
Yeah, hey everybody, it's me, Queer POTUS. And as usual, I've been looking through the archives. I've been looking through the internets and going deep in the basement of some kind of classified libraries that I have access to with my high security top secret clearance that I got when I worked at the Cinnabon at the Pentagon. So I found this awesome video from our neighbors in Poland. And without further ado, this is a great show that I think everyone should watch. And I think people shouldn't be afraid to watch shows from other countries just because they're like different or foreign. I think they have things that are like similar to what we do. And I think that Americans could like, and then it could kind of spread the viewership wealth. You know, we could globalize viewership, and that's kind of my point here. So let's watch this amazing show, and I also help produce it.
Shawshank. Tonight on Shawshank, we have Console Swab Zizek. Console Swab. Oh, can I call you Console Swab?
Of course, that's all the best people call me Cancer Swab.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Such a privilege to be here, Shawshank. Yeah, I've been trying to be on this show since I was a little boy at Woods, and I'm so excited to be here tonight. Such a privilege, and I have amazing fantastic inventions for you.
Great. Now, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you brought us? It looks oddly familiar.
It's very familiar because are you literate?
I mean, I consider myself fairly literate.
You've read books?
Yeah, quite a few.
Do you like computers?
I've been on a website or two.
Well, how would you like to combine computer and book all in one? Is called the Crandall.
Is your Crandall a bit like a Kindle?
Wait a minute. Now, my Crandall is completely different because it's like the Kindle. You have to plug it in every night, right? You can't just leave a Kindle sitting on the table. It dies. Well, no battery in this Crandall.
My Kindle's died before. Yours doesn't.
The Crandall never dies.
Well,
Look at this one. This Crandall was made in 1863. It's over 170 years old.
magnificent.
You want to buy it? What's
Well,
the panel think? You got any more questions?
that's the thing here on Shawshank. It's not up to me. It's up to our panelists.
Come on, panel. Give me what I want. 500, I think, rubles. Let's do this. Maybe euros.
We've gotten a response back from the judges. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, looks like you have lost Shawshank. Cancel Swab Zizek. And it looks like we will be feeding you to the sharks.
No. No, the shark is coming for me. No, I always wanted to be on Shark Tank. For me. No. Help me.
Wow, mind blowing. That would make a good IMAX special, Queer POTUS. Totally excellent.
Thank you.
Also, Johnny, aka Queer POTUS, is on tech controls tonight. Thank you so much, Johnny. Doing an excellent job, so I can just host and not have to worry about it. So thanks. All right, we are getting towards the latter half of our show for tonight. Next up, we have a local scoutmaster, actually, but it's not of the Boy Scouts. Let's bring him up here. Scoutmaster Steve, what is the name of your organization again? Your troop again?
Oh, howdy there, Joanna. Howdy there, everybody at Comedy Potluck. My name is, of course, Scoutmaster Steve. You probably know me best from the Bunker Buddies program. I came on Potluck before.
Right. Gotcha. Well, I'm going to give you the floor right now so you can share with these fine people a little bit about your program.
Well, thank you so much. And, you know, my grandfather used to say, never say I told you so, but that piece of shit is dead. So I told you so, America. Okay. Everybody told me I was crazy, but now I'm surviving in style. Being a survivalist makes sense these days. Okay. Quarantine for a year is just what I call a preparedness drill. So this is kid stuff. And if you'd let your kids be raised by me, then it would literally be kid stuff, because they'd be using their crossbows to go out and scout the perimeter and enforce a bedtime for you, mom and dad. Okay. But I'm moving on. I'm ready to establish a new way of life. And I'm going to teach people how to survive remotely. So here I am in my fortified camp compound. And I think because it's summer, we can, you know, it seems like Americans have decided that life is no longer worth living. So knowing that, it's fun to go out in the woods and camping and go hiking, because it's like you could die at any time. But on the off chance you decide that you want to live, you should probably know some basic survival skills. So I'm going to teach a couple of basic survival things tonight. The most basic one is water. You need water to live. So if you want water in almost any environment except the Arctic, you can dig a hole in the ground, and then you put a piece of plastic over that. And in the morning, when there's morning dew and condensation, it'll collect on the plastic and drip down, and you've got a source of water. So that's, number one's water. Number two is knives. If you have a knife, you can stab somebody with it. So that's a survival tip. And then third, we have Scoutmaster Steve's patented SEAL Team 6 military echelon alpha signaling system. So the only things you need for this are a flashlight, normal flashlight, and a brain that can understand things. So as long as you got those things, you'll understand. So there's a couple of unique commands, and each signal means something different. So let's go through them sequentially. So first of all, there is 1. Hello, I am present at this location. No assistance is needed at this time. And you'd use that if you didn't need assistance. The second one is 2. Hello, trouble has been encountered. Please send assistance in this direction in an orderly manner. 3. Please open fire and terminate all life with extreme prejudice. Through folly, hubris, or sudden realization, I've decided that my time on earth must end, and you are my righteous angel of punishment. 4. Emergency! We have wounded men, women, children, nuns, and puppies. 5. Gotcha. Please engage any small, medium, and large arms fire. There's no nuns or puppies here. Terminate us and turn us into a smoldering hole in the ground, please. 6. Earlier today, or possibly sometime earlier this week, we spotted a dog. Keep your eyes peeled and you might see the same dog. 7. There's no dog here though, so go ahead and turn this patch of ground that I'm currently on into God's own vision of the hellscape that roils beneath this world. Liquidate the very earth on which I stand and make me a quivering steam vision of the person who once lived here and made the mistakes that I've made. 8. Wolves, wild dogs, and other predators of the night have ravaged us. Please send aid, and also whatever beats wolves in a fight for the love of God. 9. Why am I still alive when I have made it clear to you that it is your job to end my existence? 10. Hey, cool canoe. You want to fuck? And then, of course, you would signal 11 times to indicate that you do want to fuck. So, yeah, that's just a simple survival system you can use at any time if you're out in the woods or also inside or also just you have a light. So I'm happy to share that with you. And yeah, thank you, Comedy Potluck, for continuing to exist as the world does not.
Thank you so much, Scoutmaster Steve. That's really some very handy advice as we are, you know, in some dark times. Appreciate it. And also, if you're also in need of water, there's a great salesperson named Billy Floman who looks a little bit like you, actually, that I think you should reach out to. All right. Thank you so much. That was Scoutmaster Steve, aka Max Wolfson, a very funny individual, but also part of Midnight Gardeners League, the sketch comedy group. And speaking of Midnight Gardeners League, they have a video that they have made collectively to share with us this evening. Take it away.
Oh, fuck. What are you doing?
5-second rule.
What are you talking about? Those are my pretzels.
I don't know what to tell you, man. 5-second rule in place.
Excuse me? I'm an attorney out for my morning constitutional, and I can say that this man is absolutely correct.
That cannot be real.
Don't take it up with me, pal. Take it up with the Supreme Court. In the 1987 case of Jersey v. Mike's, that any foodstuff that falls on the ground is the property of the first claimant to seize it and capitalize on our country's 5-second rule.
And you know, as an officer of the law, I will.
Get away from me. I'm an attorney, but I'm not a piece of shit like you.
Fucking weasel. You look like a pile of hot trash.
No one wants you. Everyone wishes you were out of a fucking job. You loser.
Oh, that doink ass on my doink ass.
You're a stupid asshole that no one wants around.
Wow. Some food for thought with the Midnight Gardeners League. Like I said, check us out online on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media channels. Thanks so much for watching. All right, I got one last bit of ASMR for you guys. This one was a special request. I had a message with a special request from an ASMR fan of this sound. So this is 2 coins, 2 dimes to be specific, rubbing together. So I'm going to do first 2 dimes, and then I have a nickel that I'm going to add into the mix. And you just tell me your tingle levels and tell me which one you like better. So this is 2 dimes. Can you hear that? It sounds like 2 lizards having sex. All right, that's the 2 dimes. Now I'm going to add in the nickel. Well, first I'm going to do a nickel on a dime. Whoa. Yeah, this one's pretty high. This is like a 1920 for me. And then I'm going to have them all together. Ready? Oh yeah, threesome. Oh, I have a critic here saying $2 silver would make a richer sound. Oh ho 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 ho. I mean, I get the pun, but everyone's a critic, right? I'm an artist. I'm just starting off my craft, and I do appreciate the constructive criticism, but I just doing the best I can. Okay. All right. So we have one more act for this evening. Please give it up for the sketch comedy group, A Homeless Fire Party.
Excuse me! You there! Hey, excuse me, I'm trying to get a picture. Oh, today is April 15th, and it's a Monday, and this young lad is filming me. Are you filming me? Okay, your generation loves to film people who are minding their own business. For real? I don't want you to film me. You know, how does it feel when the shoes are on opposite feet? Look, this isn't about you, Grandpa. Grandpa? Father, maybe. Look, I'm gonna put my phone away. All right, I don't want to film you. I just want to take a picture, and then I'm gonna go. All right, it's for my mom. Don't lie to my face.
Stop! 'Tis more than coincidence that calls your souls here today. Your pain is the same.
The same.
The year was 2012. You each lost a woman close to you.
My mom, she drowned in a freak movie theater accident. My dear Joanna, Titanic was her favorite film.
You. Where did you lose your mother?
At a screening of Titanic 3D.
And what about your wife?
At a screening of Titanic 3D.
Old man, behold your son.
Grandpa? Father, maybe. Son? Nah. Nah. Nah.
That was so beautiful. I mean, the sketch, obviously, but that statue. Oof. I think that's one of the hottest statues in DC. Southwest Waterfront, the Titanic Memorial statue. A beautiful tribute to that piece. Thank you so much. Homeless Fire Party. And that's it. That is our show for this evening. Please, we have this show once a month. Please like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Send us an email, comedypotluckdc@gmail.com. We have this show every third Saturday at 8:30. So the next show is going to be, I'm just going to pull up my calendar right now, the 15th. And yes, subscribe to this channel, please. We will probably be streaming again next month. So please subscribe to this channel. If we get 100 subscribers, we can have our own URL. So we want to have the dream of youtube.com/comedypotluck. There is another Comedy Potluck on YouTube, and we just need to destroy them. So this is, really, it's very important. Yeah. Fuck those guys. I mean, no, aggressiveness or anything like that. We just need to get more followers than him so we can get that URL. No, Johnny, stop it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the show. Thank you for everyone who submitting to the show. And we will see you guys next month. Smash that subscribe button. Bye.